Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about how your mind play a crucial role in helping you recover faster from vitamin D deficiency. Yeah, the mind. That is something I've never seen anyone talk about on here. And this goes not only for vitamin D deficiency, but for any sickness that you may encounter throughout your lifetime. We don't understand how important the mind is, and telling ourselves that we are gonna get better versus we are not gonna get better, or this is taking too long, just that shift in mindset has enough power to yield great outcomes when it comes to you recovering. So many of you want to know, how did I manage the hard times and how did I stay positive during this year-long journey that I had to go until I was fully recovered? So basically, during that year, obviously, there were times that I felt, especially when the symptoms came back during the first week of supplementing, that was so scary. But besides that, there were sometimes, I felt like, oh, this is taking too long, and I didn't had much of that, but during the time it did pop up here and there. What I did though, because I knew and I saw other person's journey, I see that there was light at the end of the tunnel. I knew that healing was coming. I knew it wouldn't just be me vitamin D deficient forever. I just knew at the end of a certain time period. I didn't know which period it would have been for me. It could have been 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, a year, could be in a year and a half. These are time frames that I've seen persons outline that they have gotten better by, and these are the time frames that I have also used to guide certain persons. There are certain things you should feel by a 3 month mark, a 6 month mark, 8 and a year mark. There are certain things that you should feel an improvement by certain time frames. Although everyone is different, these time frames are not set in stone, but everyone is different. But these are good measures to measure your progress and see how you're progressing along. Now, if you're doing everything right, if you're taking a good multivitamin, you're taking your magnesium, your vitamin D with K2 or without K2, you don't necessarily have to get vitamin D with K2. If you're taking magnesium and K2 kind of have the same function. So I've seen where some persons can't take the K2, so don't beat yourself up. But if you can, take the K2 with the vitamin D. So if you're doing everything right, you should be able to recover in a year or less, 6 months or less, depending. Now, because I knew light was at the end of the tunnel, I wasn't so scared or impatient. I just knew. I think what I did was count the days. Like, okay, month 1 is over, month 2 is over, and I just count the days because I knew at a certain time frame I'm gonna get better. This is the thing you guys gotta adapt. You guys need to know at a certain time I'm gonna get better. Even if that time comes and you're not better, don't beat yourself up. A day is gonna come, you're gonna get better. What I want you to do is, once you reach at least 75% better, where you have enough energy to move around, I want you to move around. Get busy. You're still gonna feel tired. You're still gonna, need a little more energy some days, because remember, you're not fully recovered. However, I want you to move around. So you're occupying yourself and your thoughts with stuff at the forefront and putting that vitamin D deficiency thing in the back of the brain. That is gonna help you not feel so focused and like, oh, I'm just chasing deadlines to get over this vitamin D. I know how it is. I really do. But that's something that I also did. Once I got better to the point where I could have like get certain stuff done, this is something I really started doing. Just getting a few things done, occupying my mind, so that I wouldn't just be focusing on vitamin D and maybe watching videos all day and all this stuff. So that is something that you guys can try to do, and maybe not so much watch the time like, oh, it's Monday, it's Tuesday, it's January, it's February, the months, and come on, just give it some time. So what I want to add is that, remember, everyone's journey is going to look different. Everyone is going to recover at different times. Although I see persons in the comments saying, okay, you can share your story. Everyone can learn from each other's mistakes. But what I want you guys to make sure is that you're not looking at other persons and like, oh, well, we started the same time, but Tom is already recovered and I'm not. Don't look at another person's journey. Focus on you, because everyone is unique. Everyone biochemistry is different. So, and it also, a lot of factors plays into this. You also have to be eating healthy. You also got to try to get enough sleep if you can sleep, because lack of sleep is a deficiency symptom. So that's something else. But you got to make sure you're eating healthy, because guess what? You need proper functioning liver and kidneys. These are the organs that convert vitamin D into its active form. So guess what? If you're eating junk, your body is not working properly, because your body works based on what you feed it. Recovery is just gonna take longer. When I was deficient, and I think I really should place more emphasis on this, because when I was deficient, I focus on eating as healthy as possible. I remember I used to drink this kale smoothie for dinner. Like, that's all I drank for dinner, a kale smoothie. And in the day I would have, food, just regular food, not anything processed, like maybe potatoes and something. But at dinner, kale smoothie. So you guys just gotta focus on eating healthy. That's something I want you guys to focus on. Another thing is, this video is all over the place, but the main focus is on the main focus is how the mind is helping you or working against you. So focus on your quality of thoughts. I am going to get better. I will get better. This is why I created this channel, because I saw that there was a gap here, and well, I couldn't find information anywhere, whether YouTube, Google, TikTok, like anywhere. I don't even think TikTok was a thing back when I started in 2020, back there. That's when I was vitamin D deficient. I don't even think TikTok was a thing, but I couldn't find anything anywhere, any resources, at least any real resource. I found persons sharing their stories, and then they would go ghost. Like, they would share their stories, and then you would see, when you go to the comment section, you would see a bunch of comments, and the persons that share their story, like, we're asking for update, like, where you now, are you feeling better now? Like, it's years later, like, they have completely gone ghost. That is why I've created this channel, to help persons on this journey, because I saw that there was a need for this. And some days I feel like I'm not reaching the amount of people I want to reach, but at least the persons that I am reaching, I am making an impact, and I can see that you guys are grateful. I get messages, comments, emails, like, you guys really are thankful for the services that I provide here. So I really am grateful for those of you who are here. Thank you. And let's just get better. I'm helping you to get better. Okay, I want to read something to you before I go. This is the last thing that I want to read to you. So it says, I'm reading from my phone. It says, the mind powerfully influences healing. Though it doesn't cure the illness on its own, believing you're sick can worsen symptoms and slow recovery, while believing in your ability to heal can boost immunity, reduce stress, and improve outcomes. Your mindset opens or closes the body's natural pathways to healing. So, if you don't focus again on your quality of thoughts, putting yourself in a positive spot, a positive frame of mind, while you're approaching this vitamin D deficiency, and as I said before, I know it is a hard journey. There's a lot of things at play. You can't do the things that you normally do in life. It can push you back in life as well, because you can't do what you got to do. Some persons can't work. Some persons can't maybe go to school. I don't even know the extent of it, but it's very debilitating. As I said, for me personally, I had to use a stick Sometimes I had to use support when getting up from out of a seated position. I had to use pillows if I'm gonna sit anywhere on any hard surface because all my bones in my body was hurting. So I know how difficult and debilitating this is. So just focus on the mental aspect. I want you guys to eat healthy as you possibly can, and just know that healing is coming. You are here. Once you're on this channel, there is no way you cannot get healed or recovered, because I have outlined everything you need to recover. There's no way, there's no reason why you shouldn't be recovering unless you're not watching the videos, you're not following the protocols correctly, or maybe you just have you have maybe an underlying something that you need to probably rule out before recovery. Again, the kidneys and the liver, and this is important. If you have supplemented for months and months and months and you haven't, or you're not feeling how you think you should feel, and it's maybe been over a year, get your livers and kidneys checked out. Go and get a liver test and check the function of your kidneys to see how these are functioning, because this could be the missing link that you may have been missing. I have tried to cover vitamin D holistically, looking at all angles: the mind, supplementation, healthy eating, different environmental factors. I have tried my best to look at every possible way that a person could be deficient and maybe why they're suffering, and maybe shed some light or point them in the right direction in which they should go and help themselves and seek more information to better themselves. So guys, I know this video kind of been all over the place, but just know your mind, quality of thoughts has a direct impact on how you feel and how fast you can recover. With that being said, stay positive, guys, and I'm out. Peace.